Finally, we get to go first. Oh, it feels like a lot less than 50% sometimes. Amalia. Life game tribal. Citadel Stalwart. Oh, this is nice. I think we'll get the Tap Forest. Get that out of the way. So this is one of those starts where it's just basically a God Hand start. Because next turn, we're going to get Kona out and it's going to be tapped. But yeah, I honestly don't think people realise how broken Kona is. We might as well use this as well. Fighting. And then just casually put in a Silverback Elder. It could obviously replace this for any 10 drop. And you have yourselves a silly game. The fact you can even put lands into play as well is crazy. If they have a board wipe, it's going to be obviously awful, but... Oh my goodness, Gulter. Well, we can't play Gulter before combat anyway, so we might as well go for God Eternal Ronus. Oh, okay. No board wipes in the hand then. Hello guys, my name's Josh and welcome to my channel. Today there's been a bit of a stir in the Commander community. Wizards have basically taken the reins over the bannings. So there's a lot of kind of distrust and discourse in between Magic players. I think Twitter especially is pretty cancerous at the moment with people's comments and how they're treating people. It's never really been part of what I do. But just, yeah, it's just sad that this game has kind of got to this level it is now, where there's no one can seem to agree with anyone. There's so much argumentation and just people just don't seem to be happy. The latest set is just dropped Duskmorn, and there's a few cool cards, but honestly, it feels like they really added the 80s aesthetic to kind of distract people from the fact that maybe they've run out of ideas. When I say negative stuff, by the way, about the game, people get very upset. And it is, to be honest, it is a bit pathetic. There's a few people that I've had to ban recently who were pretty aggressive towards me just because I said I didn't like something, which I find unusual. I always come at things from kind of like a constructive perspective. I'm not trying to yuck your yums, as people say. You can like what you like. But I would appreciate if people wouldn't act aggressively if I didn't like something that you didn't like. It's not possible in any way, shape or form for someone you follow or like or love or live with to agree with everything you say. So I think if you attack someone for something you don't agree with, it's pretty pathetic, to be honest. So maybe it's time to look inward and see what you really want to do with your life if people have been aggressive. It's a bit of a tangent to the normal intros to my video, but I just wanted to get that out of my chest because I just felt like people need to do the gathering part of the Magic a bit more, and Magic has seemingly lost its way, which is really sad. I love Magic. I've been doing this channel for a while now, and I've been playing the game, the paper game, for over a decade. So when I criticize a set or something, bear in mind that I don't want to. I want to love every part of the game, but there's just so many things at the moment about this game which makes it really hard to love, and some of the joy of it is sucked away, especially when I don't get to play paper Commander that much. And I will say something that I feel like the Magic community is really toxic as well. It's on Twitter especially, which is where I see the most discourse. Obviously, toxic people are everywhere. But one comparison in the cupboard, Warhammer. The Warhammer community seems to be a lot more unified, and I don't know why that is. It's an interesting bit of kind of analysis I discovered. I just feel like, apart from like there's this meme going around like, oh, Tau players are whatever, they've chosen wrong. Well, I'm a Tau player, so even I face discrimination from that. But even with that, the Warhammer community seems a lot more solidified, and even Warhammer as a hobby faces the same issues as Magic: oversaturated products and other things. Too many products, basically. Too expensive. Everything's so expensive now. Single characters in Warhammer are like 30 quid. So yeah, keep that in mind. If you have anything negative, just try and keep it constructive. And yeah, don't attack me as a creator. A lot of you watching this channel for free, 99% of you. So, you know, be chill, be cool. So yeah, today we are looking at a Duskmourn commander, funnily enough, and it's Kona. But the interesting part about this commander is it doesn't really thematically feel like it belongs in Duskmourn, which is interesting. Duskmourn is a horror set. The ability basically cheats in one big thing. I don't really know how that's intrinsically true to the set. That was part of my initial criticism when I said in a community post that I just didn't really feel the vibe of Duskmourn. But apparently people will die on a sword when saying how much they love something. But that's just how nerds and geeks are, I guess. But yeah, let's look at today's deck tech. So, bask in the horror that is Kona Rescue Beastie. I don't know, as I said previously, I don't really know how the mechanics of this really means, like, there isn't any intrinsic thing about this ability that makes me think, ooh, survivalist, apart from, okay, you have to go to main phase 2, but that's such a weak piece of design in lieu of a really powerful ability. The thing that confuses me a lot about this, and I do find annoying, is because I read some design documents for this set, and Mark Rosewater and people said this was a top-down set, which means that it's designed from, if you think of it literally from the top down, looking at the name, thinking of what the name of the creature or the person would mean or do, and then add abilities according to that. This ability just feels like bottom up, which is have a cool ability and then give it a name afterwards. There is a difference, and I definitely feel like it's the latter there, which is fine, but it does mean it dilutes the set. If you have a set where everything just does good stuff, then suddenly it loses its appeal to me. So I'm struggling with the set because there's so many cards that I look at and I just think, yeah, I've kind of seen that before. And Magic has tried so hard to make this set separate from Innistrad that I feel like it's gone too far in the opposite direction. And yeah, frankly, I'm not. This is probably my least favorite set that has ever been made. And yeah, I don't mind admitting that. I'm very honest on this channel. That's partly why people like me and like the channel. I'm honest. I'm not going to just bullshit you and say, oh my god, welcome to another channel, guys. Look at this amazing, powerful thing, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, this is powerful, but out of all the commanders I saw, I felt like this was the only one that people would potentially be the most interested in. And it's already in a colour that people are already breaking the format with. That's why I've got Mythweaver Pock in here and all sorts of other stuff. So let's talk about the deck. The deck's interesting in that I've got a ridiculous top end, and that's because this guy just cheats stuff out so easily without barely any effort. All it has to be is tapped in your second main phase, and you get to put any permanent into play from your hand, which is absurd. How do we abuse that? There's a few ways to tap your creatures. Sentinel Stalwart. Tap an artifact or creature, add 1 mana of any colour. Jasper Sentinel does the same thing. Also, Cerulean Caretaker. We also have a copy of Reckoner Bankbuster, which is a vehicle which you can crew, and we also have a Sky Sovereign. There's not too many ways to tap a creature, because I felt like 5 is already a pretty decent amount. You're probably going to draw one of them anyway, and if this just attacks and survives, you get to do it anyway. You could probably put some haste in here, but I feel like just having stuff that taps it is like a form of haste anyway, in a strange pseudo-scientific way. And then you basically put in your favourite top-end cards, which is what every green play does anyway. Portals of Phyrexia, Great Henge, Sundering Titan, pretty mean. Cityscape Leveler doesn't trigger anything because it's a cast trigger, but it's still a good threat later on. Galter, cheat all your other creatures into play. Forerunners, Vorinclex, Tyrannix Rex, you get the picture. All your scary stuff. The one thing I do like about this deck is it does turn deck building on its head. It does. I basically said to myself, I'm going to cut out most of the 3 and 4 drops and skip right to the end where we're going to cheat stuff in. So it's a very glass cannon deck. Its toughness is within Lightning Bolt range, so you will lose this to Lightning Bolt many, many times. But luckily, you know, Veil of Summer, Tamio Safekeeping might be able to keep it safe. The thing is, if they're using their mana to kill this, then your other stuff might sneak through, and then you'll get to a point where you can naturally cast all these other green meanies and win that way anyway. So yeah, this is Kona, an interesting card, but ultimately I feel like it's a flavor fail. Calling this as a survivor because it has to last until main phase 2 is a bit rich. That's like, you know, I mean, technically, if you want to take down that route, every creature that survives on your opponent's turn is then the survivor by default, right? The irony is, a survivor you'd assume would have to survive an enemy attacking it in the enemy's turn, but apparently a survivor is just surviving your own turn. So I don't know. That's the card. It's going to be abused. It's the new POC. Mono Green's at it again. This is a paper card. Enjoy the video. I'm sure some of you out there will really love this. It's fine. It's cool. I just want to tell people how I feel, and it's my channel, so I'm allowed to do that. But let's see how we can cheat stuff out with this. Sweet. Okay, so we have a pretty decent start with a Surly Caretaker. I like that. Now they are white-red, which means they're going to have access to a lot of removal. So this might not last very long, and of course they have the Bolt. So I think next time we go for Flow of Cultivation, and that should lead us nicely into Kona, which will probably die again, to be honest, but oh well. Let's go for Flare. Are they going to use Reprieve? Virtue of Loyalty. Okay. They just had to do that in response. Fair enough. So if they tap out next turn, well, I guess it's not going to matter too much, is it? Ugh, they're going to make loads of 1/1s. It's annoying. The Beanstalk, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uprising. So again, for this, they most likely have removal. It's got Indestructible, right? And Haste. God. Let's just take care of that for now. 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get Kogla next turn, which still can't kill Tajik. I don't know how we're going to kill Tajik, to be honest. It's going to be a real struggle, really. Oh, it's a tap land. It could mean... So a tap land could essentially mean they haven't... But it costs 3, though. Ossification. Move your commander to command, so we'll leave it there. Just in case Kogla manages to get through. Lotus Cobra. So that gives us... Oh, damn it. They've just had such a perfect bloody hand this game. It's just so annoying sometimes. You can't resolve anything. Okay, up the Beanstalk. Garrick's Uprising. So next turn we go for Kogla. We're going to draw 2 cards, which is going to be pretty epic. But I just have a feeling that Kogla's not going to last much longer after that. Ugh, gross. And he creates extra 1/1s as well. I really hate Alchemy. It's just so push, man. Something that creates artificial stuff like that. Really crazy. Alright, let's go for Kogla. Oof, Roanclax. We really need a land. Okay, that's actually quite good. Because then Titan next turn can come down and provide some more backup. 5, 6, 7, 8. Or if the Halfling survives and we get a land, we can get the Roanclax. We'll see. The fact they have the Virtue of Loyalty is kind of messed up. Oh no, Winota. Gross. Absolutely gross. They've just had a perfect freaking game, haven't they? Okay. Professional Facebreaker. That's got bloody Menace and Indestructible. Absolutely fantastic. Haste. Let's get rid of that. It's getting a bit hairy, I have to say. Down to 15. 6, 7. So we have Kogla? Unless the final card is a removal spell. How much more luck can one player possibly have? I mean, we're already playing on the back foot considering we can't deal with Tajik conventionally. Another turn, but they lose the game after. Take an extra turn after this one. Jeez. Oh my god. Well, that's a suicide thing they've got going on there. Oh, well, all we have to do is survive, I suppose. Adeline. No way. That's 7 damage. No trample. And... indestructible. Everything is indestructible. Do we die? Down to 3. And then... so they're looking for a lightning bolt. God, can you imagine they pulled another bolt effect? Whoa, that was crazy. I don't think they had to use Chance Flurry there. I guess if they had gotten lucky and got something humongous... well, the thing is, we had the blocker for whatever the humongous thing was. It was all or nothing, I guess. But yeah, pretty risky move there, I have to say. Finally, a real match. So we're going to go first with Citadel Stalwart. And then we're going to be able to tap it into some stupid things. But yeah, our hand is pretty crazy. If we can survive a few turns. Emerald Medallion first? I guess it does the same thing as Into the North here. What's this? Can't block. Might as well attack. So next turn, if they do not deal with the Stalwart, which has got stunning art actually, just realising. They have 2 black mana open, interestingly. Ah, it's gone straight to combat. Have I done this wrong? No, it's fine. Being your second main phase. It's tapped. Cool. So put into play Tyrannix Rex. Nice. Turn 3, Tyrannix Rex. Can you do it faster than that? I don't know. That's got to be one of the fastest things. Realm Breaker. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, this deck's broken. Let's give this hand a go. We have protection from blue and black. Okay, so that doesn't do anything here. But we do have Bankbuster. Utopias Brawl. Nice. So at this point, we can cheat out a Silverback Elder a little bit sooner, given that we have the Bankbuster. It's a shame that the Veil of Summer can't give us full protection. This is something I've always been curious about. I don't know if I like sideboard cards and main board, but we'll see. Oh, Titan of Industry. So if we get Titan of Industry out next turn, that's going to be pretty nice. So if they have any mana left open next turn, then it might not be safe to do that, but we shall see. Crew 3, it's big enough to crew. Titan of Industry comes down, very nice. But they have got 1 mana open. They don't anymore. Well, they do now. Oh, they're playing the old rope-a-dope. Look at here, look over here. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. My God, they've played so many things. They've got 7 permanents out. That's a lot of stuff. But they're tapped out. Which means it is our time to shine. Here we go. Let's see how they feel about the flavour we have going on here of Kona getting inside a robot, and then the robot summons a giant building of death. Shield count on Kona as well. Beautiful. Look at this rhino guy. He's using a freaking sewage drain as a shield. It's pretty intimidating, to be fair. If that came towards me, I would be intimidated. I would. Now it's a 6/6 with things, but we have a 7/7. So, crewage, get in the car, get to the chopper. So we want to use this, so we get to draw a card, then we can get to draw another card when the Silverback guy comes in. No attacks. Put in the gorilla. Gorilla, go. We can play this as well. Oh, wow. Gain life? Ramp? Guess we'll ramp. Now, the lifelink that they have is going to be kind of annoying once these, they start getting through our big guys. Our unclicks. They're doing all that with only 3 lands. Pretty impressive. It's very tempting to attack, but the issue we're having now is they've got the lands to flip this. They're going to gain life back. If this dies, they get 2 Hydras. So we're in a very bad position. I can't seem to get through now. We can always draw. Oh dear. This is where it goes horribly wrong. And we just need any creatures, don't we? So we'll get Gate to the Mana. There's no point crewing. Yeah, this is not so good. So many lands. You know what? I feel like we're going to lose. We had such a great start. And given how many goddamn endgame cards we have in our deck, and we're not drawing a single one, it's really quite upsetting, really. And now they're going to get 2 big creatures from their deck. This could spell doom. This could be it. Oh boy. What was underneath that? Ugh, gross. Backup gives something flying. We can block that though. Flying first strike. Ugh. He only gets that ability until end of turn though. So we are basically super desperate for just some big thing. But we're in the tricky part we're in now is that our commander doesn't do anything because we have the mana. So Talos Provisioner. God damn it, we've already used the fetch lands. We'll destroy the Grand Evolution, I think that's a good idea. I guess we got that, that's fine. Treasure. Let's activate this. Oh, okay. Crew. Main phase 2. I don't think we want to reveal the God Eternal yet. We'll try and keep it as a trump card for next turn. Assuming they don't have a board wipe, that would be very bad. Cultivate. 7/7 reach lifelink. Okay. If things go well, we could potentially win next turn. We'll see. I'd have to kind of alpha with some weird stuff, though. That's got flying first strike, lifelink, reach, lifelink. Maybe we just... See, the annoying thing is, if we double block... Do we just take it? I think we just take it. Yeah, we'll take it. Very risky. Down to 5. Oh boy, I am worried. Oh, Ancient Bronze Dragon as well. Might be a good idea to start getting some food. Whenever you cast a creature spell, choose one. Casting at this point is better because we gain the life. Yeah, we'll go for the cast just so we can gain some life. Which kind of belies the Kona, but... And... think we pass. This is really risky, because if they have a board wipe, we lose a lot more power than... I don't know. They would lose a lot of stuff too. Last match at the ends. Oh, damn. Well, that'll be it then, won't it? Oh, they broke the stalemate with the last match at the ends. God damn it. It's such a common thing to see. Oh, god damn it. And they even got the bloody white crate hoof. Man, that's a pretty boring ending, I have to say. If it enters, all the creatures get blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so we lose. Such a shame. I don't think we could have won in previous turn with this. Though we had trample. All our stuff had trample, didn't it? Maybe we would have won. Yeah, cool. We lose. Okay, that's a shame. Alright, well, the game likes to give me this Sentinel Stalwart, but I can't really complain. This is one of the very edge cases where this card is excellent. To be honest, I should have put in... It's not Paradise Mantle I'm thinking of. It's those little drums. It's like a 1-mana artifact with the tap a creature, add mana. Yeah. I completely forgot about that. But to be honest, I cannot possibly remember every card. It is getting crazy. Ooh, Emerald. Medallion. That's pretty good as well. So Flubs. Does Flubs play removal? I don't know. I don't know if they play removal. I wanted to tap out though, that would be good. Oh, they tapped out. Man, this deck isn't even in hell queue. Oh, they got the red mana. The red mana might just do it, to be fair. So they have a shock or a... Sorry, they have a bolt and Kona bites the dust. Ooh. Shall we test it? Well, there's just 3 toughness as well. Let's test it. No, go to full control. Oh, it keeps rushing ahead before I get a chance to tap it. So annoying. Rhino, shield counter. Protect the Kona at all costs. Full control. What kind of stuff do they have access to in their deck? Teamer. Bouncy stuff? Oh boy. So it is a very combo-y deck, which you would expect from Flubs. It's a stormy, discardy kind of deck. Like in normal circumstances, they'd be doing quite well, but we do have quite a lot of good stuff out. Yeah, like they can bounce our stuff, obviously. Nykthos. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Is Nykthos actually useful here? We'll see. So I go for Selvala. And then we'll go to combat. Boom, boom, boom. Down to 10. Then this comes down. Kills the Kami, which they didn't block with anyway. And we still have the Archdruid's Charm open. If they have some... I mean, Teamer has a lot of big spells, right? Like, if they go for Succulent Rip, we're just doomed. Vitali. So they're going to pop off. That's why they didn't quit. Then it fights. Let's see what they get first. What did they get? Druid. Okay, yeah, we've got this. And they have a Tamia safekeeping. But in response, my friend. Fightings. Oh. Being able to destroy someone who just played Natalia instant speed. Delicious. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.